Have you ever run a speed test? It says your internet is supposed to be fast, but then you try to download something and it's like you're stuck in rush hour traffic. Well, you're not crazy. A lot of people experience this. In fact, it's one of the most common issues we see here at My Computer Works. Now, before we jump into how to troubleshoot and fix those download speeds or internet issues that you're having with your computer, if you're enjoying our content, we do how-tos, technology news, things going on in the tech world. Please hit that like and subscribe down below to see more. We'd love to have you on the channel. It really helps us out. And if you enjoy it so much you want to share it with a friend, please hit that share button, spread it on social media, send it through a text message, through an email, whatever. We're happy to have anybody who wants to view, or drop a comment down below if there's something you'd like to see or you had a thought during the video that you wanted to share with everybody. That's what they're down there for. And don't forget, if you need hands-on help from a tech expert like myself or anybody else here at My Computer Works, we have multiple techs who can help you out with different things like Apple devices, Android devices, Mac computers, Windows computers. We cover it all. We pretty much have somebody for all of it, okay? TVs, appliances, different things like that. We handle technology. That's what we do. If it's smart and it's tech, we can help you with it. So reach out to us via the number at the beginning, into the video, down in the description. We'd be happy to help you out. Now, for the sake of troubleshooting our issue, we're going to want to go ahead and run a speed test on both wired and Wi-Fi connection, okay? Now, wired is Ethernet connection. That means you have a cable running from your computer, your device, into the router, and it's a direct cable connection. We want to test that, and Wi-Fi, okay? So we're going to do both. Now, if one is fast and one is not, like let's say Ethernet is fast, but Wi-Fi is slow, well, we found the bottleneck. We know that Wi-Fi is the issue. One of the simple ways to fix slow Wi-Fi, if that is the issue, if you're on Wi-Fi, is to switch bands. Nowadays, most routers have a 2.4 gigahertz and 5 gigahertz band. So 2.4 GHz, 5 GHz, two different bands. It means two different like connection speeds or connection types, okay? Older devices tend to work well with 2.4. In fact, there's some old printers that only work with 2.4 and not with 5 gigahertz. So you got to pay attention to that. If you have in your house a router, you might have 2.4, you might have 5. If you don't know, you're going to want to find that information out. You can go online to your router UI, pull the IP address for your router, stick it in your browser, go look there. A lot of times now, with your internet company, they have an application that you download on your phone. It'll tell you which bands are open. You can even open the other band if you need to. Like let's say you only have 5 turned on. If you need to turn on the 2.4, you do that from the app. You do that from the router UI. Okay, again, it's all stuff we can help you out with if you need help with any of this, if it's getting too complicated. But at the end of the day, if you understand, if you figure it out, you have 2.4 and 5 gigahertz, just swap over to the other one. Try swapping to the other one. If the 5 is fast, you're good. If 2.4 is fast, you're good, right? Fix the issue that way. Sometimes it's as simple as that. Another thing you could do is restart your router. I know that sounds basic, but it does work. In fact, unplugging your router for about 30 seconds and then plugging it back in, this clears out temporary memory junk that builds up. It could kickstart a firmware update if your router needs one. So yes, even in 2025, restarting still fixes things. Now, another thing we can do is we can check to see what's eating up our bandwidth, okay? So checking for bandwidth hogs. What we're gonna do is we're gonna hit Control, Shift, and Escape on our computer, open up the task manager, look for that network column, and then sort by the network, what's in usage, okay? Apps like Steam, OneDrive, Dropbox, Windows updates, browser tabs you forgot about, some of these can do it. They will silently eat your bandwidth up, okay? So pause or close or, just end task on anything while you're trying to download stuff. If you can close those applications out that silently eat up your bandwidth in the background, that's going to make your download speed go up. This next one is one that people oftentimes turn on, not knowing what it means or turning it on by accident, and that is the metered data inside your settings, okay? If you have your network connection set to meter the data, it's not going to allow you to upload and download at the normal rates you would have. It's going to meter it. It's going to cap it. Okay, so what we need to do, we can right click on our Windows start menu at the bottom or do Windows key and I, open up our settings. We're going to go to network and internet, click on Wi-Fi, check your network, and toggle the metered connection off if it got turned on by accident. Okay, this removes the artificial speed limits that Windows would put on your downloads. And again, downloads going back up. Now, this next one is a lot more hands-on, and that is to check for outdated network drivers. Okay, so just like everything else on in our computer, in our system, we have drivers that control the hardware. Okay, so we have hardware inside our computer that allows us to make that Wi-Fi connection, Ethernet connection. It's all due to parts inside of our computer. Okay, so those parts sometimes need to be updated with the drivers. Okay, the drivers are the software that help the hardware run correctly. And if the drivers are not up to date or something happened to them, they got corrupt or damaged, now you're going to see a big decrease in the download speed, upload speed. In fact, you might not even be able to get connected to your network or maintain a stable connection if you have driver issues. Okay, so going online, finding the proper drivers for your card, your network card in your computer, finding it online from the manufacturer directly. Don't use third parties. Find the proper driver, get it updated to the latest version, or reinstall the ones you had if you think it's a driver issue, and that will typically fix the issue. Again, needs to come directly from Intel, Realtek, whoever made the actual network card or network devices, the hardware inside your computer. That's what you need to use. Do not go out there and find random third-party driver update applications. A lot of times those can cause damage. Okay, so use the proper drivers, get them up to date, or reinstall them if needed. Now, another one that tends to choke up download and upload speeds is antivirus and also VPNs. VPNs are a big one. If you have a VPN and you need to download something, it's best to turn it off unless you don't trust what you're downloading, in which case you shouldn't be doing that anyway. So yeah, if you're downloading something, you know it's safe, you're good, turn off your antivirus and your VPN for the moment. That usually speeds it up, especially if your antivirus is in the middle of a scan. That's going to slow down a lot of the download and upload that you do. Okay, so if you trust the download, go ahead, turn those things off, and then when it's done, turn the protection back on. Okay, that's going to speed it up, and that could mean that you found the culprit. It could just be the VPN. I've seen that many times. People have slow connection, or they're not sure why things aren't downloading, or they can't get online to the websites they are trying to get to. Turns out to be a VPN. So that's definitely part of the problem, something that usually would be a good thing, but in this case, it can be a bad thing. So turn it off when you're downloading. Now, when you use the internet, your computer keeps what's called a DNS cache, basically a short-term memory of websites you visited and where they live on the internet. This helps pages load faster, and most of the time it's a good thing, but over weeks, months, that cache can become outdated, incorrect, or corrupt. When that happens, your computer may struggle to find the fastest server to the website you're going to, connect to the wrong websites, basically go through the wrong routes, slow down downloads, and fail to load websites properly. Okay, that's where flushing the DNS comes in. What you can do is open up the command prompt, type in ipconfig /flush DNS, and flush your DNS out. After that, you restart the computer. You may notice a difference. No issues online, no issues downloading things, no issues going to the websites you're trying to go to. If you couldn't get somewhere before, that might fix it as well. So don't forget about the good old flush DNS. That's a nice tool to have in your back pocket. You could try it. Doesn't really hurt anything to try. Not really any cons. It does not delete files. It doesn't break your internet. It's not going to change your internet service provider settings or something weird like that. So definitely feel safe to do this if you feel like the DNS is the issue. Now, if all this fails, before you go getting mad and saying, Tyler, your video failed me, I'm going to go leave a nasty comment. Wait, might not be my fault. It could be your hardware at the end of the day, okay? And that's not news you want to hear. Hardware failing is never a good thing, but sometimes that's what it is, okay? Old Wi-Fi cards, bad Ethernet cables, or if, let's say, like I said, there's hardware in your computer, a couple different parts in there. We could go over them, but just know there's quite a few. Some of them replaceable, some of them not easily replaceable, that do, what it needs to do. It allows it to have the Wi-Fi connection, allows it to have that Ethernet connection. There are parts in there that dictate, rule over, and control all over that, okay? So if those parts go out, obviously it's all gonna go haywire, break, not work, okay? So basic maintenance like cleaning dust out, freeing up space on your drives, your internal drives, uninstalling junk, and things like that, not installing a whole bunch of boosters, network boosters, weird stuff like that, okay? Stay away from that. You don't want to harm any of the hardware in your computer, so keep it clean, keep your computer clean, try to avoid that. But if it does happen, you could always, like if your Wi-Fi card goes out, plug in Ethernet, go to an Ethernet connection, or plug in an external USB Wi-Fi adapter. A lot of people forget about those. I have one of those right here. Basically all it is, I have a couple of them. You plug them into your devices. They allow you to have Wi-Fi connection again in case the part inside of your computer went bad. It acts as like a crutch and takes over, okay? So you do have some other options if it is hardware, but at the end of the day, that's what it could be. So the bad news is when it comes to your network and your internet speeds, there's a lot of different issues that could arise, and it's a lot of different areas where things can go wrong, okay? It's not necessarily just one thing. It could be the router, it could be your internet service provider, it could be your computer. There's a lot of different areas of failure when it comes to using the internet or a network in your home, okay? So the good news is this video gives you about 8 to 9 different troubleshooting steps to be able to fix this. I hope they helped out. If they did, please hit that like and subscribe down below. Or if you just want to see more how-tos, you want to learn more about your computer, how to fix things when it comes to technology, make sure to hit that like and subscribe. That's what we do. We'd be happy to show you how to do it. And if you're having a lot of trouble with the things that you saw in this video, or you don't feel comfortable doing any of it on your own, call us here at My Computer Works. Again, number always at the beginning, into the video, and down in the description. We'd be happy to help. And I will see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.